Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to make a smoked barbecue glazed pork loin. Let's go. First things first, we're going to need our pork loin. So for today's pork loin, I just got this from the store. It's about a 3-pound pork loin for about $8. So not bad. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and trim these little excess fat pieces off that are probably going to burn during our cook. And then as always, as you know it, we're going to come over with our paper towels and pat this thing completely dry to get rid of all those excess juices from the packaging and any contaminants we don't want. Now we're going to go ahead and use our salt and pepper shaker here. I use about a 50-50 or 1-to-1 ratio of salt and pepper in this thing, and we're just going to go ahead and season it completely. For today's rub, we're going to use Killer Hog's Hot Barbecue Rub. I've been having this in my pantry, so I've been wanting to give it a go now. So as always, we're going to go ahead and hit the entire pork loin with our seasoning. And this is kind of what it looks like once we're done seasoning it. Once we're done seasoning it, now we're going to go ahead and let it rest in our refrigerator for about the next 15 minutes. And then once we take it out, you can see the nice color we get from letting it absorb into the meat. For today's smoke, we're going to go ahead and use our Weber cherry wood chunks. And yes, I know it's raining, but that won't stop us from wanting to smoke this pork loin here. So we're going to go ahead and put our pork loin on the smoker today at 225 degrees. And cook it until it reaches an internal temp of about 145 degrees. I forgot to put my meat thermometer in there, so I had to bring it back out and then plug it in here so I can get an accurate reading on the smoker today. After about 45 minutes, we're going to bring the pork loin out and apply some apple cider vinegar to the entire pork loin here, because it's very easy to dry out, and that's the last thing I want to do is dry out a pork loin. So we're just spraying the entire thing. Once we're about 10 minutes away from being done now on the smoker, we're going to go ahead and apply our glaze. For the glaze, we're using Head Country's Hickory Smoked Barbecue Sauce. It's a great barbecue sauce. If you've never used it before, I recommend you give it a try. I love it. So we're just going to go ahead and glaze the entire thing and then let it rest in the smoker until it's done for about the next 10 minutes or so. And here's what it looks like right after we're done applying the glaze. So we're going to go ahead and let it solidify and get a nice color to it. Once it's reached its internal temp of about 145 degrees now, we're going to go ahead and pull out our meat thermometer probe and then go ahead and put it on the cutting board here. Taking it right into the kitchen then, here's what it looks like right outside the smoker. Before we cut into it though, we're going to go ahead and put a aluminum foil tent over the pork loin and let it rest for about the next 15 to 30 minutes to reabsorb any of its juices before we cut into it. So once it's done resting now for the last 15 minutes, we're going to go ahead and cut into it. Yes, I know I need to sharpen my knife. It wasn't able to slice through that fat right there as well as I thought it was going to. But here's what it looks like right after the smoker and letting it rest. And here's our final product for the smoked pork loin today. Drizzled a little barbecue sauce on top with our potatoes on the side, and man was it delicious. Recipes in the comments. Thanks for watching.